Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome. Thanks for being here. My name is Casey Hogan. I'm the radio play-by-play voice here at Tarleton, Assistant Athletic Director. Appreciate everyone being here. I think this is a great sign of support for our football program to have a packed house. So thank you. We're excited about today. I'm not going to talk a long time because these people up here at the front are the stars of this show. But I just want to thank a few people with our staff that were involved in this selection process and helping Coach Reisman select our next head football coach. So if you're here, just wave your hand in the air. Troy Jones here. Troy's to my left. Thank you, Troy. Susan Burton, Associate Athletic Director. We've got Terry Hardcastle. Terry's here somewhere. Thank you, Terry. Justin Boyd, our Compliance Officer. Justin's here. Rod Cole. Rod's in the back. Coach Cole. Thank you, Coach Cole. Luke Montgomery. Luke, our athletic training staff. And we've got Adam Dimling over here to my right. And I know I've missed a few folks that were involved in this. Billy Joe Simmons, our academic officer. Billy Joe's here somewhere. There's Billy Joe in the back. So just want to thank our staff, I know on behalf of Coach Reisman, for being involved in this process and really helping him out throughout the week. It's been a tough decision. So we thank each and every one of them. And I want to thank the guys that really put this all together, and they don't get enough credit. And that's Nathan Burrell here to my right. And you can't see Nathan, but he's our Director of Athletic Communications. And he and his assistant, Ryan Cox, Ryan's right here next to the camera. So thanks to Nathan and Ryan for all that they do. Want to welcome everyone that's listening on the radio on 90.5 FM and the Tarleton Sports Network. So we've got a lot of folks listening online on the live video cast and on the radio. So we thank everyone for that. At this time, if you haven't silenced your cell phones, we live in a day where everybody has an iPhone. So take out your iPhone, make sure that it's on silent before we get the press conference started. The format of the press conference this morning is going to be some opening statements, and then we'll have Coach Whitten bring some remarks, and then we'll open it up for a question and answer session from members of the media only. So we'll have members of the media at the end of the press conference open it up for a Q&A. So with that, thanks for everyone for being here, and I want to introduce a great supporter of our athletic department and our football program. We certainly wouldn't be here this morning without his support. The 15th president of Tarleton State, Dr. F. Dominic DeTavio.
Well, thank you, Casey, and thanks to all of you for coming out this morning. What a great, great crowd. It's a sign of the support of Tarleton and Tarleton Athletics to see so many of you here this morning. I think you all know that it is a very exciting time to be at Tarleton. We've been experiencing record enrollments. We've been adding new academic programs. We're on a building boom that is unprecedented in our history. Likewise, it's been a very exciting time to be associated with Tarleton Athletics. This past year, we've had the most successful year across the board in our athletics programs. We believe now is the time to take that excitement that we've seen in our athletics program across the university and bring it into our football program in a new and exciting way as well. When the coach and I started down the path of thinking about what it is that we wanted to do with regard to the football program, the type of person that we wanted to have, we had a couple of criteria in mind. We said we wanted somebody that ideally had some head coaching experience. We wanted somebody ideally that knew Texas, knew the recruiting base in Texas, knew Division I coaches, knew the Division II coaches, knew the high school coaches in this state, because obviously recruiting the right players is an important part of what it is that you have to have a successful team. And finally, we wanted somebody that is a proven winner. Well, I think we're back to the future, if you will, in that we're bringing back somebody that has demonstrated all those qualities in Todd Whitten. He clearly has been a winner. He knows Texas, and he has had that head coaching experience. In fact, when you talk about winning, I expect the coach is going to say this, so I don't want to steal too much of his thunder, Coach Reisman, that is, that we have coming back to us a coach that started Tarleton in a very, very, very remarkable trajectory, Lone Star Conference Coach of the Year, a number of times, won Lone Star Conference championships for us. So that's a demonstration of the winner this man is. One of the things that I told Coach Whitten when he came in was our expectations, and I'd like all of you to know what those are. They're pretty simple, actually. 3 expectations for us. I want this team to demonstrate character. All of you have heard me talk about the core values of this university, And we expect the football program to exhibit those characteristics of tradition, integrity, civility, leadership, excellence, and service in a powerful way, both on the field and off the field. Character matters, and so part of this program has to be how it is that these players reflect the core values of this university, both in the classroom, outside the classroom, on the football field, in the community. The second thing I said in terms of expectations is we expect there to be a primary focus on the academics of these student athletes. We want them to graduate at least as high a rate as those in the student population generally, if not a higher rate. That should be our expectation. And the last thing you would expect from a football coach in terms of expectations is to win. We think Coach Whitten understands those three expectations. He comes with the criteria that we identified at the beginning of this search process, and so we think he is the right man at the right time to come back to a place that he and his family calls home. Coach Whitten, welcome to you.
Thank you.
Dana, welcome to you. Good to have you back in Stephenville. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. DeTavio, and I want to give Dr. DeTavio, I want to say that thank him for his support in this search, because this is a big decision for this university. Our football program is a major program, and we're in the state of Texas, and we all know what the state of Texas football means to the state of Texas. There was a lot of applicants for this job. This is a outstanding job in the state of Texas at Tarleton State University. And I wanted to say that I went through all 90 plus apps for this job, maybe more than that. And as I went through every one of those, one man kept coming to my mind. One man kept coming to the forefront of this decision. And it is the winningest coach in the history of this university as a four-year level, is Todd Whitten. He is the winningest coach at the NCAA era at this university. So you're looking at the winningest coach who's ever walked the sidelines at Tarleton State University. 4-time out of 6 years Coach of the Year, conference champions, numerous All-Americans, numerous All-Conference players, been a Division I head coach at Sam Houston State University, and led that team through the Southland Conference. He has been coordinators at major universities. There was no doubt in my mind as I kept reflecting where we needed to go with this program that his name just kept coming to the top of my list. And as Dr. DeTavio and I talked many times during the week, in the last week and a half, even when Dr. DeTavio was on vacation last week during Thanksgiving, we continued to visit, and then as our assistant athletic directors had an opportunity to talk, and other people within the university had a chance to visit, his name just kept coming to the top. We're at a pivotal time right now in our program. We're getting ready to start a major renovation on our stadium, as everybody knows. We're getting ready to start a renovation on our weight room. And our football program is very, very important to this university. And I can't think at a better time, and a most important time, and a critical time of our program than to bring someone in that I know is a proven winner. And someone has already been here, yes, twice, and has taken this program to the highest level it can go, and that's to the NCAA championship playoffs, and he's done it. So it's my pleasure to welcome back Todd Whitten.
Thank you, Dr. DeTavio, Coach Reisman, for this opportunity. I want to start by introducing my family. I have a wonderful family, and I'm very, very proud of them. My wife, Dana, her oldest son, Brady, And by the way, I've known Brady since he was 16 years old, and I can truly tell you he's as fine a person as I've ever known in my life. I mean that with all my heart. Wonderful wife, Lisa. My grandson, Jonathan, who I have gotten to know here lately, and we've become good buddies. Blaze, I don't think Blaze is here. Blaze is a secondary coach over at the high school. His wonderful wife, Shay, and they have a beautiful young son in Talon, and one on the way. He's going to be called Fletcher. So we're growing every day. I don't know if my son Tate's here. Is Tate here?
He's there.
All right, Tate. So again, Dr. DeTavio, such a wonderful thing for me and my son to be able to work together for his senior year. Means so much to me. And I also have a daughter. She's a sophomore at Oklahoma State, probably spending money right now as we speak. There's really 4 things I kind of want to talk about. And as I look back at these players back here, these boys are going to, 4 things are going to happen. These boys are going to go to school every day. That's going to happen. Not negotiable, and they're going to graduate. We will see to it that happens. Second thing, we're going to win. Somehow, some way, we're going to find a way to go out and win games on Saturday. And it won't be until I get to know these guys and see what kind of talent we have that I can tell you exactly how we're going to do it. But we're going to win. Next, this is very, very important to me. One more time, you guys back there, we're going to have fun. Football's a game. And if something kind of funny happens once in a while, it's okay to laugh. But I will set this program up in a manner that you guys will enjoy going over to that field house, getting out on that turf. We're going to have some fun, I promise you guys. And the last thing that's real important to me, it's one of our core values, is Mr. Gene here.
Gene Sherwin? Here he is.
I want you guys to learn how to give things back and to do things for others. Service, that's one of our core values. And as I remember back, there was never a day that went by Mr. Gene did not show up and give things and do things for our players. Sometimes we didn't deserve it. But anyways, that's going to be important. We're going to learn how to do things for each other, do things for people we don't know, maybe pull a little money out of our pocket, give back to the community, whatever that may be. We are going to be a team of service. And I guess what I would like to thank everybody for, so many people around this room who have been here a long time, who have invested so much, are the wonderful traditions that we have here. And I can tell you, as having been the head coach, the players take so much pride in that. And it creates so much fun and passion for this great university. And I am truly thankful for the great traditions that Tarleton has, and I think that's one of the things that makes it really special. And I guess in the end, as we close, I'm looking forward to meeting all of you guys. It's good to see old friends, people that I care greatly about. But one thing I want to make clear, Coach Reisman, to anybody that has any doubt, I don't think I've ever had a better friend, somebody that has taken care of me, loved my family, loved my parents, my children. And if any notion that he doesn't care about this football program is flat wrong. And I know when I was here as a head coach, he never one time turned his back on me. And in fact, I don't ever remember him hardly ever saying no to me. And he was a big part of the reason that we won. He is about as special a person in my life as I have. So, thank you. So let's go win some games and have some fun. How's that sound?
Yeah. Thanks, Coach. Before we start the question and answer session, just want to recognize our Texan Club Board of Directors that are here, big part of our athletic program. So if you're a Texan Club board member, raise your hand. Let's give them folks a round of applause. Appreciate them being here. At this time, we'll open it up to members of the media for questions. Media members, when I turn to you, if you would say your name, who you're with, and direct your question to one of the three so the appropriate person knows who should answer the question. So we'll get it kicked. Who wants to get it kicked off? Don't fight each other. Okay. All right, Caleb.
My name is Caleb McKegg. I'm with the Empire Tribune. My first question is for Coach Whitten. Coach, can you just tell me how much that it means to you and what the emotions were whenever you found out that you were coming back to be the head coach here?
Yeah, absolutely. It means the world to me. Very rarely does a coach get to go someplace 3 times. And that's kind of one thing that's been unique about my career. I've coached at Sam Houston twice. I've coached at UTEP twice. And now I've coached here 3 times. So, but it's been very emotional. It just means so much to my family, all the people that I love. And we're going to get a chance to truly be a family now, I think, and not be 1,000 miles apart. And so, and to coach, this is the best coaching job I've ever had. It truly is.
Brad Keith with the Flash today. Coach Whitten, what's the first step now that you're here? What's the plan now between now and Christmas break? What do you begin to do immediately right away?
Well, I want to reconnect with a lot of really good friends. As I look around the room, just so many special people. We gotta get on the phone and chase down some recruits. That's really what it's all about. I think if you look back at my time here, the thing that I think we did the best was recruit. We brought in good players. We were talking the other day about a guy named Olin Coleman. He was my tailback. He won the Division II 100 meters and 200 meters. He could flat out run. Derek Ross, he's still playing. James Durth played a long time. The best tight end I ever had was a guy named Kyle Masters. He truly was. He was a player. We had a tailback named Chavis McAllister. We had some guys that could flat out play. And so as a staff, we're going to put our heads together, and we're going to get out up and down the road and start recruiting.
Any other questions for the media? Just your name and who you're with.
Cody Johnson, Texan News Service. Coach Whitten, how has the university and specifically the athletic program changed since your previous stints here? Any visible changes yet?
Oh, wow. This place is just booming. And I know, thank you to Dr. DeTavio and his great leadership. Just so many neat things going on. The stadium, I'm so excited about. I know there's pictures of the stadium out there, but that's all they are is pictures. And I can't wait. You know, as a football coach, that's one of the probably coolest days of your life when your football team gets a new stadium. So, so anxious to see how that's going to turn out. But the thing I remember about Tarleton, everything was always kept so neat, freshly painted, freshly cleaned, all throughout the campus, and that's a credit to all of our leaders. You know, and again, I think we have great traditions. I think Tarleton in general is just very, very prideful, and so. But the campus, I mean, yeah, it's just beautiful, and I can't wait to see more of it. We were talking earlier. I want to go see the Trogdon House. Back when I was here before, it was just an office building. So, a lot of things I want to see and catch up and rekindle some old, really, really good friendships.
Coach Reisman, the last few weeks for you, I think since the day this job became available, you've coached 5 or 6 basketball games.
I have. I'm trying to think if I have or not.
What have the last few weeks been like for you, juggling both of those roles and trying to find the best football coach possible at the same time?
Well, you know, the football job coaching search was very, very, very important to myself and Dr. DeTavio. And I've always said I have an outstanding basketball staff, but Coach Chris has handled a lot of this since I've been so busy with this, because this decision was very important to this university. Very, very important. And it took a lot of time and a lot of effort in making sure we made the right decision, Brad. And like I said, when I went through every one of those resumes and looked through every one of them closely, Todd's name just kept surfacing to the top of that list. And I appreciate Dr. DeTavio in the way he's handled this, because he understood how important right now it is to recruit. And we wanted to get our coach in here so we could make sure that we're giving this staff the opportunity to get out and still be very competitive in the recruiting aspect. And so we wanted to move on this as quickly as possible. And I think that we've done that in doing what we've done.
For those of you listening on the radio, 90.5 FM, this is a press conference announcing Todd Whitten as the 28th head coach in Tarleton history as we continue our question and answer session.
This is for Coach Whitten. Coach, what are a few of just the coaching philosophies that you'll bring to the field just for the fans and maybe some of the players who aren't aware with your coaching style?
Well, I've always coached on the offensive side of the ball, coached the quarterbacks. You know, I don't know if the term wide open is correctly. I think to have a really solid college football program, you need to have an offense that you can recruit a 1,000-yard rusher. You can recruit a 3,000-yard passer. You can recruit a wideout that can catch 1,000 yards, maybe a couple of them. So I guess balanced, it might kind of be the word there, but like more than anything, I got to find out what these guys can do. And if you got a great tailback, you may run it a little more. If you got a great quarterback, you may throw it a little more. So I'm going to adapt to what my guys can do. I'm not going to say, here's what I do, and by golly, we're going to do that every year. So I don't think that would be very smart. So as I get to know my kids through off season, through spring training, I'm going to learn their strengths, and we're going to work off those strengths. Defensively, I'm going to hire the best defensive coordinator I can. I've always thought if you could just go out and really be sound, work a lot on tackling. But playing defense to me is all about energy. And when you go out and recruit, I tell our coaches all the time, recruit guys that are good tacklers, recruit guys that play hard, recruit guys with energy, our kind of guys. So that's kind of my philosophy.
Coach Whitten, is there a timeline in place that you have in mind for hiring a defensive coordinator or making any staff additions at all?
You know, I think in the next month, kind of roughly. Would that be about right? Yeah. So, you know, certainly when the next recruiting push rolls around, we'd like to have that in place. Certainly think there's an opportunity for some of the remaining staff to be a part of this thing as well. So we're going to evaluate all of that.
Anyone else? Last call. Johnny, do you want to ask a question? No, I'm just kidding. Staring at me like. Again, want to thank everyone for being here. Before we go, Coach Whitten, just want to let you know we've got a real easy game on the schedule for you to start off. You're going to play at McNeese State on September 3rd, and Coach Reisman, I believe that they're in the national playoffs right now.
Who made that schedule for him?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what. I was looking through Todd's record the other day, and I was looking here, and I don't think he'll mind me saying this, but I was looking through his Southland Conference record, and I saw, well, he's beaten Stephen F. Austin, which is his alma mater. Although, you know, and I don't know if you know this, but Todd is in the Hall of Fame at Stephen F. Austin, and I saw where he beat his alma mater, Stephen F. Austin. He was 4-1 against them. Then he was 4-1 against Nichols State in the Southland. Then I saw he had a winning record against Southeast Louisiana, 3-2. He had a winning record against Northwest Louisiana, 3-2. And then I went to McNeese State. I guess you're going to get your first win here at Tarleton against McNeese State, because that was your nemesis in the Southland Conference, I guess. But no, we're going to open up against McNeese down there, and I know that we'll be competitive. We're going to go down there, and I'm trying to. The president doesn't know this. I'm not going to put him on the spot. Yeah, I will put him on the spot. We'd like to make a nice showing down, and wherever we go at Tarleton, as you know, people have always been very complimentary on how we travel, and we travel well, and we're hoping to. I talked to Bruce, the athletic director at McNeese State, and I'm hoping that maybe we even take a great crowd, maybe our band, our stars, our cheerleaders, and really show them what Tarleton is all about in the Southland Conference. Not just a football game, but what Dr. DeTavio has built here on our campus. We want to showcase other areas of our campus, and that's our band, who does a great job. That's our cheerleaders, our stars, even the plowboys. Especially the plowboys, so Pankus. So, and our fraternities, just our student organizations do a great job, and so we're looking forward to next season. I'm looking forward to the future of Tarleton football.
Thanks to everyone who's listening on the radio. Thanks to everyone that's here for your support of Tarleton Athletics. And Coach Whitten, best of luck to you back here at Tarleton State. We look forward to working with you, and we'll see everybody where is McNeese State? I don't even know what town. Is that Lake Charles?
Lake Charles.
We'll see everybody in Lake Charles, Louisiana on Saturday, September 3rd. Thank you.